Hi everyone. Hi. Welcome back to the ESYDA podcast. My name is Mary Apollo and I'm the marketing director for ESYDA. This is spring season. ESYDA have a lot of amazing projects that we are doing, and we are looking for different soccer players, different young people who can play soccer and also want to elevate their leadership and get mentorship and also move to the next level of their education. One of the projects we have this summer and this season is ESYDA Girls team player. We are looking for girls between this age 3 and 5 to join the team. Girls who are looking for mentorship to build their leadership skills and also civic engagement and continue in their education. As I see the mission and vision also to build leaders in entrepreneur, civic education, and to motivate them. So today I'm joined by one of the girls who have started her journey earlier with ESYDA, and she's now in college. She's going to share with us her experience, her passion in soccer player, and she now become a coach. So welcome, Andrea, Coach Andrea Jolie. How are you?
Good. Thank you for having me on the show.
Yeah,
It's a
sure.
pleasure.
You're welcome. So first, tell me about your experience with ESYDA. How do you first come to know about ESYDA?
So it was through my parents. They were searching for an organization where I could continue playing after my middle school career. Um, Something a little more elevated because we knew that the high school levels was going to be a little bit higher than middle school. So that's why I joined ESYDA. And so ESYDA helped me with my physique and getting into shape for my JV tryouts. Yeah.
Mhm. So just at that time, so you were not passionate about soccer player. You were just looking for something, such kind of a sport, and just to build your physique. How was that transformation for you?
So not that I wasn't passionate, but I think at this age I was still trying to find um where I could excel. So I was already playing basketball. And I liked soccer. I was playing with my parents, my dad for a long time. And so I just wanted to develop my skills, my skill set. And so that's why I joined a club right after middle school, because middle school is more recreation. There is no um, team foundation. Like you don't really learn to know the sport. And so in ESYDA, I was really given the opportunity to learn my position,
Mhm.
master my position. I play mid defensive, and also I was able to know a little bit more about soccer. So that was the transition from middle school to high school. Yeah.
So how was the experience for you? The practices, you being player with the team of boys and everything.
Yeah. So I was the only girl of my age during this time. I was playing with the U12 boys team. And even if these boys were younger than me, since they are boys, they were a little bit more physical. And so I had to learn to keep up with the speed and the physicality of the game. And so that's what ESYDA helped me with. I was able to keep up, and it challenged me. And so from this experience in the summer, I was able to take whatever I learned from ESYDA into my high school tryouts, and it went beautifully because I was in shape. Yeah.
Do you have any specific, any kind of memories during that time when you were playing? Something that new came to your mind?
Um, I can say that during the scrimmages against other teams, because back then we would scrimmage other teams other than ESYDA. So once they would see that I was the only girl on the team, they would talk amongst each other saying that we would, they would play around with me because, I'm the only girl, so why not? But I didn't let that get to my head. And once I established myself as a player, they gave me respect at the end of the game, and so that was a fond memory of mine. Yeah.
Mhm. Is there was a day that you feel frustrated, you feel anger, you don't want to go to this to the sport because you don't want to practice because you they were talking about you, you are the only girl, you are upset.
Definitely, I did have my down moments, especially during practice. I remember the first days that I would go, I would always complain to my parents, there are no girls here. You know, I felt out of place. How am I ever supposed to prove myself? Because, you know, I can't become a boy. So, yeah, definitely, I did have my down moments. But I would say that with the encouragement of my parents and Coach Fofo, because he was my direct coach at that time,
Mhm.
they pushed me, they encouraged me, and I saw the improvements. And so I'm really happy that I stayed throughout the season.
Okay, and who also was mentoring you there on the team?
I know Coach Sunday also was a coach at the time. I didn't directly work with him, but he did take some of the controlling because he had his own separate team. I believe he was working with kids that were younger. So
Mhm.
sometimes if Coach Fofo wasn't available, he would step in. But yeah, Coach Sunday also was a good mentor of mine.
Mhm. So then after that, finished high school and went to the college. How was that transformation also? And you
Yeah,
want to get a scholarship, and how was, talk to me about that time.
yeah. It was definitely tough because um, uh, at that time, ESYDA had more of a presence during soccer players, like they will concentrate more on the athletic side. Um, they there's a big improvement in the academic side, but back then, I would say that I didn't get my scholarship from ESYDA, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Now there's programs such as coding and academic support, such as tutoring, to help the students. But back then there wasn't. So I'm just want to highlight that growth of ESYDA.
Mhm.
Um, and for the as far as the transition from high school to college, I would say that the rigor of work is what's different. For all my players that are looking to play at a higher level, if you are able to maintain a high GPA while playing a sport in high school, it's not all that different when you go to college. The
Mhm.
only difference is the work is more, and you have to put in more hours to study. So that's an
So
area, yeah.
no, so go ahead. Like the experience of playing soccer is the one that make you qualify to get the scholarship.
Yes, but also let me put an emphasis on my grades too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, because yeah, I had a really high GPA. I participated in a lot of National Honors Society programs,
Mm-hmm.
and also I was involved in my community a lot. So with that side of myself and the soccer side, that's what helped me get a scholarship for
And how
college.
did you get the scholarship? So if someone is watching now and want to know more about that.
Yeah, so I would definitely talk to counselors at school. And now that ESYDA has grown so much, I would talk to Coach Fofo personally too, because
Mhm.
he has access to the MCPS resources because he's in contact directly with those people that run this county. So, yeah, talk to your counselor, have a one on one conversation. That's how I was able to get my scholarship because I was in a particular situation and she was able to narrow down my choices. And
Mhm.
so we found that this scholarship plus this school would ultimately get me a full ride to go
Mhm.
to school.
So at that time, you were also active in your community. You member active in a member active active member in your community,
Yeah.
and you were only 14 doing all this kind of activities. Have you find that responsibility at that age?
Um. Well, it definitely was a lot, but like I said, with the encouragement of everybody, I was able to push through. Um. I would, but it also I wanted to say that it's not at 14 I was able to do all that because it took some time. It took some time for me to grow into the person that I am today. So I would say by the age of 16, where I realized that my life, where I wanted my life to go, I wanted to go to college. So I was starting to do all that research for college and scholarships. So I was at a better age, better. better mindset at 16 to think about all the stuff coming up in the future, if that makes sense.
So then you went to college. You went to college, transformation in your academic life, and you still be playing soccer.
Yeah.
How did you balance between that?
Yeah, so like I mentioned before, if you're a high school student now, and you're able to maintain a high GPA and play a sport, college really isn't that different. What I would say is, because I am in the honors program in my college, the work rigor and the amount of work has increased. So that's where I struggled a little bit, but I was able to find my speed um, in time management. So they do give time for their athletes to do study hall, where you're able to study and do your homework, but that really isn't enough at the college level. You just need to really manage your time. And so what I would do is, any spare time that I had, I would do homework. For example, I commute to school, especially my freshman year. That commute to school was about 2 hours. I would take that to do homework.
Mhm.
And if I didn't have practice that day, or I didn't have a game, the commute back, which was also 2 hours, I would do homework. So it's just to say that any spare time you have, use it to your advantage. So you can do homework, you can study, because you really don't have time as a student athlete in college. To
Mhm.
You're either in soccer or at school. There is really no in between. So
So
yeah.
then, how did you become a dribbler coach in ASIDA?
Yeah, so after my freshman, it was sometime after my freshman year of college, Coach Fofo called me back, and he saw that, I had taken my career as a soccer player a little bit more seriously. So he called me back and he asked me, "Did you?" He told me that he would like me to become a coach. So I didn't really know what level I would coach at, but I was open to the idea because I had a little bit more experience on my belt, and I was able, and I had a little bit more confidence to share whatever I had, the knowledge that I knew, to younger players. So that's really how I became a dribblers coach.
And how is it to how is the life to be a coach, a girl coach?
Yeah, it's very exciting. I can say that I coach 3 to 5 year olds, so they know how to make any day very interesting for you. So you could you can go to practice coming from a really hard day from either school or work, but because they're children and they like to have fun, they always lift your spirits up. And also the fact that there are a lot more girls present in today's system, in today's organization, than there was when I was playing, really encourages me. Like, I'm happy to see all the girls out there. Like,
Mhm.
I started playing when I was 13, and look where I am now. I can't imagine where they're going to be, because they're starting at a such young age. So I'm very, like, happy to see them out there playing and enjoying. That's the most important part, to have fun while you play.
So now ASIDA has more girls than the time when you are playing.
Yeah.
What kind of advice do you give them?
Yeah, definitely the first advice I would say um is to always have fun. And since I didn't have that team back then, I would say also to um take pride in one another. Like, if somebody has trouble, make sure you're there for that person. Be there, one another's support for anything that you do. That, I think that's the most important part about being a team, especially when it's a team of girls. You guys can share secrets, you guys can share tips, you guys can make a little group chat and get closer with one another. Just build that family environment with each other. Not to say that I didn't build that with my team back then of boys, but it's
Mhm.
different when it's an all girls team. So yeah, continue to have fun, build that family environment, and don't give up. Like, take soccer as far as it can take you. I really wasn't thinking of playing at the college level when I was in ninth grade,
Mhm.
but I didn't really have that girl support to keep me going. I got that support from my parents and my coaches. But now that there is a girls team present, just encourage each other to keep going as far as you can. That's what I would say to the girls today.
So, because you're also a coach now, do you talk to the girls? Do you give them some advice and have some fun with them?
I have more of a presence in my own team, the 3 to 5 year olds. So I definitely
Mhm.
encourage them. I did have an encounter once with the older girls. I was able to coach them a little bit and give them tips. So I definitely want to continue that. We're still talking with the specifics with Coach Fafo about how I can sometimes help out with this team. But yeah, that's definitely something I want to establish a relationship with these girls.
Mm. So you're enjoying your career in
Very
us.
much.
Okay. So what do you see? How do you see the future of your career in Nasida?
Um, I definitely do want to keep coaching. But how can I say? I want to a sorry. I want to continue building, growing with my team that I have now. The little 3 and 5 year olds. Um, the way that ESYDA is growing now, I know that we will get more girls. And so if we were to get 11 3 to 5 year olds to build a team, that would be great. So I do see myself doing that and sometimes helping out with the older girls. But I do like helping out with the smaller girls.
Hmm. So how do you see also the future of Asida in leadership, soccer leadership?
Well, it's definitely nothing but positive I see, because from when I started to now, there's already a lot of growth. That established relationship between ESYDA and the county at the county level is already really strong. So if we continue that with daily meetings with the county members and also meetings within our own community with the coaches, I feel like ESIDA will grow at an exponential rate. So yeah, I do see a bright future for ESIDA as far as building more teams, more girls team and boys team, and maybe pushing it maybe to the even champions level where we're able to compete against other good club teams.
Mhm. And how do you see that future for yourself as Andrea, as Coach Andrea goes?
Uh, um, hmm.
Inside Asida or outside Asida?
Yeah, I would like to build a team, like I was saying, and play against other teams because I already see the improvement from when I started with my team till now. My kids are starting to understand the foundations of soccer. When we play 101, they're able to finish. Like they're able to identify what the end goal of a soccer game is not only to score, but to pass and build up with your own within your own team, and then move up to score a goal against the other team. So just these little improvements, I do see myself maybe running my own little group of 11, maybe more, but 11 is like the the
Mhm.
foundation of a soccer team. So moving up, and so we were able to play against other club teams too. That,
Mhm.
that's
So
my
if actually, I just have interesting question. If time go back to you, you get that opportunity to play today like these young girls from age 3 to 5. How would the life be for you? What advice would you give yourself?
what advice would I give myself if I were a 3 to 5 year old today? Is that the question?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Um okay. Well, since there is a presence in the older girls team, I would say do everything to get to that level. Don't give up at the this level. Also to have fun, because I see the example that are set by my own kids. All they do is have fun. They don't stress about who's winning or who's losing. They just have fun. And so I don't know if I would tell myself that because I'm a 5 year old, but I would always seek to have fun at that age. Yeah.
Mhm. So now you are a college student and you're still a coach. You continue with your life. Does people take you seriously in the community or in the college environment when they see you
Wait, do people take me seriously as
in
a
your
coach?
career as a coach? Yeah.
I think yes. I would like to say yes. Last I took a break, I went to Texas for a little bit, and then when I came back, I had like a positive welcoming from the parents of my kids. So I would like to say that I have a positive impact, and people do take me seriously. People have come up to me and said that they like the energy that I give into my coaching, because you can't really give anything less to children because they really feed off the energy that you give them.
Mhm.
So yeah, from the positive feedback from the parents, and also Coach Fofo, he has told me positive remarks. I would like to say that people take me seriously as a dribblers coach. Yeah.
So I just compare between the 3 to 5 years olds and also the other teams from 11 to 14 years old. Which one is easier? Because I think what I saw in the field that those young age group are more active
Hmm.
and then just are more fearless. But how are they in the field?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I would say that the older kids take direction more easier because they understand a little bit more of the game. And so if you tell them to do something, they have a little background to go off of. And so they're able to build off the advice that you give them. But at the same time, um, when you get older, sometimes you lose your passion to play. And so that's when that particular area transitions to the younger kids,
Mhm.
even if they don't have as much experience as the older kids, because they're there to have fun. I feel like they're more easier to coach
Mhm.
because they take everything with excitement and
Mhm.
there is no resistance really. I feel like I don't really have much experience with the older kids, but that's what I can say.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So sometimes I don't know because also there's some kids sometimes it's hard to manage them. They have mood temperature. Sometimes they don't want to. They go to the field but they don't want to play. So this kind of situation, how do you handle that? How do you talk to them and get them back?
So if they um were already on the field, because most of them, the kids that you're describing, once the parents turn around, they're already running back to them.
Mm,
So if they got to me, I would try to talk them into it, you know, maybe give them pointers like, practice isn't that long. You play for a short while, you get little water breaks where you can see your parents, like your parents aren't going anywhere, and we just have fun. Like my drills that I do during practice are really fun based. Like there is there is no stress. I don't yell at my kids, so the environment is very easygoing. So I feel like even if they're not participating, even if they're sitting on the side, they're able to see that, and
mm.
so voluntarily they will come and join whatever I'm doing with my team.
So also, and how is the connection between you and some families? Since some families, you as a coach girl with the families, since they want to call out with their kids and know about what is new in their life.
Sorry, can you repeat the question one more time?
As a female coach, how do you connect also with the families, the kids' families?
Yeah, okay. So the team, we've split the dribblers team, and so I have more of the girls on my side, and then Coach Alex has more of the boys. So on that level alone, I'm able to connect with the parents because they have daughters that are younger, and I'm an example for their daughters, and so it's easy really to connect with them. I'm able to encourage them to keep bringing their children to practice, or their daughters to practice, because I am an example. My parents always drop me in practice. They encourage me to keep playing, and look at where I'm at now. So um, at that level in our relationship, easier to talk to them because I made it to college at the college level. Yeah.
Do you have anything that you would like to add?
Any suggestions?
Yeah, any suggestions and ideas that you miss you would like to add to the interview?
Um, no, not particularly. I would just like to talk to my my girls one more time that I'm happy to see you on the field and to keep going, to keep pushing. It's not easy, sometimes um, you would play against boys just because of the physique level. And like I said, it really helped me speed up my fitness process. But, don't give up. Don't see that as your barrier because there's so much ahead of you. And so there's a lot of potential in you guys right now to keep going and to push soccer as far as you can. I'm also talking to my boys too. Don't give up. There's a lot of examples for you. You guys, ESYDA has a really strong U19 team. And so if you keep working hard at the level that you're at now, one day you will find yourself on this team or even higher if you choose to do so. So that's really the final advice I would give to the children in ESYDA.
So, do you have any excited news from the spring season, especially for girls soccer players and dribblers?
Sorry.
Do you have any excited news? Any programs coming on?
Um, Not that I'm aware of, to be honest. Um,
Okay.
yeah, I'm not aware of any.
Yeah, it's just only this campaign that they are recruiting girls from age 3 to 5.
Okay.
Yeah, they have already started on
Okay.
March. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it was wonderful talking to you, Andrea.
Yeah, that it was. I'm happy to be on the show. I'm happy to bring any knowledge that I can.
Yeah, sure, sure. Just keep doing the good work and teaching your students, the girls, and also the boys who are player on the team.
Yeah. All
Thank you
right.
so much.
No problem. Thank
Have
you
a
for
good
having
day. Bye.
me back.
So thank you everyone for watching the ASIDA podcast. As I talked before in our introduction, that this season also ASIDA have a program for girl soccer players that we're recruiting girls, and more girls are coming to the program. So I'm going to share with you a short video about the campaign, and you can register by visiting our website www.asida.org, or also by sending email to info@asida.org. It was nice joining by you today. My name is Mary Apollo. I'm the marketing for ASIDA. So we reached the end of our show for today. My name is Mary Apollo. Keep following the platform, ASIDA platform, and also share with your friends for the African community and also the brown community in Montgomery County and Gettysburg also. If you would like to have more information, please visit our website and also send us an email to info@asida.org. ASIDA is a soccer player program that encouraging young people, young youth to build up their leadership, capacity building, also community engagement. So bring your kids if you are excited about the opportunities that we offer. And from here, we make a change and build the networking through our organization. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. See you in a different episode.